Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own hair extensions. So all you need is a pair of scissors, hair extension clips, I don't even know what you call this, string, thread. You need thread, whatever color is closest to your hair extension color. I just have bright red. I could use like a dark brown or a darker red color, or even black would work, but I'm just using bright red because that's just the one I have handy. And you need a needle. It doesn't have to be thick, but thicker is a lot easier to work with than a thin needle. And excuse my nails, they look like crap. And then you're going to need your hair extensions. Now I already cut these ones up and dyed them, but typically if you were following this tutorial you would just have one big long strip of a weft like this. And I purchased mine at Sally's. They have a few different brands that you can buy the wefts with no clips on them. They're a lot cheaper than the ones with the clips on them, so I'd recommend just doing it separately because it's just a lot less expensive, and in my opinion it's a lot funner, and it's like more like custom extensions. So you just cut your hair extensions like you like this one would be a 2-clip hair extension. So if I fold it in half so it's thicker, I can fit 2 clips on that length of hair. And then I have like bigger pieces like these ones. This would be a 3-clip weft, so you can fit 3 clips on it, and so on and so forth. So I make 3 3-clip extensions, 2 2-clip extensions, and then 4 1-clip extensions, and that's like all the hair. And these are Satin Strands in the color Strawberry Blonde, and then I just dyed them like a burgundy color to match my hair. So the first thing that you want to do is establish which hair extensions you're going to do first. I'm just grabbing the top weft, and this one is going to be a 2-clip extension. So as you can see, you can fit 1, 2 clips on the extension. And you can buy these clips at Sally's, you can buy them at any beauty supply store. I got some from Sally's, I got some from a booth at my mall. These ones are really, really great, the ones that look like this. And then I took some off of my Bellamy hair, and these ones are pretty much exactly the same except for they're smaller, and these ones are really great clips as well. I didn't use my Bellamy's because I hated them, and that's a whole nother story, but the clips are really, really good clips, so I would recommend doing that. And if you have old hair extensions, you can just steal the clips off of the old hair extensions. I do that all the time. If I know I'm going to throw the hair extensions out, I just steal the clips off of them and use that instead of the ones from the store, because it saves you money and you're just going to throw them out anyways. So you might as well get some use out of the clips. So I'm just going to take this one, and this one's going to be a 2-clip hair extension. And I'm going to take my thread, and I already have some thread on it, but I'm just gonna get a new piece because it's really short. And I'm going to just pull a fairly long piece, a couple feet long, because you're going to be folding it in half anyways. And take that string that you just cut, thread, it's not string, and you want to thread it through. Oh my goodness, if I can even pick this up. Ugh. This is why you need to have nails. Okay. So, you just take your needle and you thread the string through. This is also why I use a bigger needle, because it's super easy to thread. And this is for people that don't know how to sew as well. This is pretty much an easy way to sew. Just in general sewing. This is how I learned to sew. So you just match the ends up and just tie it in a knot twice so it's nice and secure. And then you have thread and a needle. So now I'm going to take my weft of hair, and if you have any odd hairs, you might want to cut them off now because they're just going to get in your way while you're sewing and drive you bananas. So I'm just going to cut off these odd little hairs that I've got going on. Just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to take the end, it doesn't matter what end you start at, just one of the ends, and sew it through without the clip. The clip just gets in the way and it's just going to not get sewn in the first time. So I'm just doing this just so I have a secure place where I'm going to be sewing it. So now you have like a little loop. And now I'm going to take one of the clips, doesn't matter what one, and line it up with that stitch, the hole, and I use the top hole. Just going to thread it through. This is super easy. I do this for all my friends. They think it's really hard, but it's easy for me at least. I think it's super simple. And I like it. It's a nice thing to know how to do, especially if you're poor and your friends need their hair extensions clipped on. So just sewing that through a few times. And then when I need to do the other hole over here, instead of tying it off and starting again, I find this is a lot easier and it doesn't really affect anything. I just cross it over. Once I've threaded it as many times as I want to on this side, I'm going to cross it over and bring it to the other hole, the other top hole, so you can see it's through, and pull it through, and then the string is going to come across the front like that, and you only have to tie it off once. So it's a lot easier, because I find it's more tedious if you have to tie it off and start again and tie it off and start again, and you go through a lot more thread that way as well. So I just do it like 4 or 5 times. For looping, and then once I feel like I'm done, like it's nice and secure, I just like to take the string and make sure it's on the back side, and oopsies, tie it through. It's really awkward when there's a camera in your face. Tie it like a knot so it's tied, and then I like to feed it right to the end, put my thumb on it, and then guide it, and then it's a knot. And I do like to do that twice just so it's really secure. And feed it. And then you can cut off the string. Try to cut it really close so you don't have any ends. And there's your first clip for your sew-on extensions. So that's that. I'll show you one more time. So tie the end. Make sure you do it twice so it's really secure. If I do one knot, it usually just goes right through the weft, so you want to make sure you have 2, and then you stick it in the end. Sometimes it's a little bit harder, but you just need to find the sweet spot in the weft where it's really easy to thread through. I find that's usually near the top, it's easier, but you'll figure it out on your own. So it's got the little loop on it. Now I'm going to take another clip, line it up, and put it through that hole. Pull it through a few times. Doesn't have to be that many times because, you know, your clips are going to be really secure. It doesn't need to be sewn through like 10 times. I usually do like 3 or 4. times. And then cross over the front and loop it through the other side. And you want to just sew that one a few times. A few loops on this side. Make sure your wefts, because you got two, because it's folded, are lined up. Because that can be a pain in the butt sometimes. And whoopsies. Just sew that through a couple times. And you're all done. You're happy with how secure it is. Flip it around to the back side. Tie your little knots. See, like where that cross is right there? You want to feed it, like if I did it up here, you can see it. Feed it to the very end. Put your thumb on it and pull, and it will make the knot really, really close, which is what you want. And just cut it. And there you go, you have your first clip-in hair extension. So it's super duper easy. It's really fun in my opinion. And yeah, and you want to just, forgot to mention this, but before you do your clip-in extensions, you want to make sure you have enough clips. I usually have about 20 on hand. As you can see, I have a little pile here. But when you map out your extensions, you can just count like 1, 2, and so on and so forth, and figure out how many extensions you need. Or clips you need. I'm gonna need about 18 to 20. So I just make sure that I have them on hand. And yeah, that's how you make your clip-in extensions. It's super easy. I always dye mine and do everything with mine before I do my clips, because then you have one single weft instead of two wefts in half, and then you can really get like the hair dye, the conditioner, whatever else really into the hair. But when it's folded in half, it's a little bit harder because it's thicker, and you might get some buildup or something like that in your hair extensions. So I like to just do it like this and then do my clips last, because it's just easier. And yeah, so anyways, that is my tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe, comment, whatever, and you know, request whatever videos you like. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.